Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
All right, let's do this one more time, shall we, everybody?
Happy birthday, brother!
Happy birthday, Big Hoke.
Can we get a soulful rendition of Happy Birthday for him this time?
So you want another one?
Yeah,
another
yeah.
soulful?
Yeah, go deep.
Rendition.
NJ Holiday, everybody.
All right. Happy birthday.
Okay.
To you, Hoke. Happy birthday to ya.
Hey.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Big Hoke. Yeah.
There it is.
NJ Holiday, everybody.
There you go.
Blow out the candles. Blow out the candles,
Blow out the
Mark.
candles. Put a little stank on that thing. A little soul for you.
Yes, sir.
Put
Yes,
some
sir.
stank on it. They
Good
heard
stuff.
it.
Happy
They
birthday,
heard it.
Mark.
I'm Mark Hoke, the David Difference. NJ Holiday in here with us as well. Having a great time talking pro wrestling. Just doing our thing, man.
Shout
That's
out
what we
to
do.
Ash, man. Like he's battling COVID over there.
Oh, yeah.
Get well soon, brother.
Get well soon, my little ginger. Get well soon, Ash.
Mate.
Why is everybody getting COVID?
It's going around. I don't know. I don't know. It got weird. I talked with him yesterday. He was just on a downward spiral of controversy and conspiracy theories, and I was like, "You got to kick out of that, man." But
David, you gave it to him.
You sure did, David. Stay
I
away
probably
from me.
did. I probably did.
Stay
Yeah.
away from me.
I didn't. You gave it to him.
I didn't have it. How can I give something I don't have?
Who knows?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I
That
didn't
sounds
give
like
it
a
to
song
him.
lyric
We were talking
right there.
2 weeks ago. I had it.
You know, what we got to do is keep it dash off them online dating sites. That's what it is.
There you go.
You got to keep them off them. Got to keep them off Plenty of Fish. Keep them off Tinder. Keep them off Bumble.
He said plenty of fish.
Keep them off of all that. Who knows?
Plenty of Fish is terrible, by the way.
Yeah, is that still a thing?
I don't
No,
know.
it went downhill quick. But anyway, not that I would get a date off any of these, but you know,
would.
it is what it is.
We would, man.
Anyway, let's get back to pro wrestling, shall we? Before we tear
Let's
my
talk
life
about your
apart.
dating profile.
No, let's not.
Nah,
Let's
it's your
not.
birthday, man. So can we set him up?
No.
Can we set Mark up with a date?
Let's talk about your preference, Mark. What do you like in your women?
Yeah. We'll set this up. Let's set this up.
Right now, human. Thank you.
Damn.
Stay woke.
Even though the goats are starting to look good. Anyway,
Damn. Well,
let's get back to it.
what do they
shall
got? Farmhand meat app?
we? What?
Farmhand meat.
What the hell are
Not
you
meat,
talking about?
Meat, MEET, not MEAT.
David. Just let it go.
Move
Just let
past
it go.
that.
Yeah,
Let it go,
please.
Well, you said goats. I don't know where you found a goat on the farm.
Anyway, shall we get back to the question that I posed a little while ago?
Yeah.
I think I know why Becky Lynch is in NXT. Of course, she just won the NXT championship. So there's got to be a reason she's down there, other than getting some eyes on the product, which I think is a good call.
Break it down.
But here it is. Jade Cargill of AEW, of course, had just had her undefeated streak ended a while ago at Double or Nothing, is apparently on the outs with AEW and is headed to WWE. She just wrestled Chris Statlander this week, lost in her rematch. They were hugging in the ring, and everyone is saying she is out of there and going to WWE. Now, everybody was speculating, is she going to wrestle, with Bianca Belair? They're going to put her in with Charlotte. But from what everyone is saying is that they don't feel that she's ready. So guess where Jade Cargill would be going? NXT. Guess what she would be doing?
Fighting Becky Lynch.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Would that be a good move to have Jade Cargill be tutored by Becky Lynch in a long feud in NXT before she goes up to the main roster?
I think it would be, definitely a smart strategy. That's, a good point. I forgot the whole Cargill thing happening. Yeah, I can see that now.
Yeah,
NJ, what do you think?
That's like you said, that's a big ratings boost. I bet a lot of people will tune in to see Becky Lynch and Jade Cargill feud for a few months, and then that'll bring those ratings up for NXT on Tuesday nights. Because, like you just said, with this merger with WWE and UFC under Endeavor, they want all the WWE shows to have high ratings, not just Raw, not just SmackDown. They want all three. So, like you just said, with David's point earlier, bringing Dominic Mysterio down there to become the North American champion, the ratings that they done got off of that, and like keep in mind, like it's not out of the ordinary for NXT to pull this kind of thing off with having Becky Lynch beat Tiffany Stratton. Let's not forget last year Dolph Ziggler became NXT champion, beating Braun Breaker. Now who thought that would ever happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Dolph Ziggler was NXT champion for I want to say a month and a half or whatever, and Braun just won it back on some random Raw. But you get my point. But with Becky Lynch being down at NXT, it's bringing a lot of more viewers to the NXT product, which is really good and is real. And like I said, that's Nick Khan leading the charge. It's his idea and that's his vision, bringing more big time stars to interact with the younger talent they're trying to bring up to NXT over there at the Performance Center.
Yeah, so I think that's a very intriguing possibility. And one quick thing on Jade Cargill, too, that I'm curious about your guys' opinion is, do you think that's the right move? Do you think that she should be on NXT, or do you think they should just bring her to the main roster?
Honestly, the look and everything I've heard, I think she would be main roster ready. But obviously, getting eyes, again, on that product for NXT, I think it would be a good move for that brand because she's going to go there. People are going to discover her there. Also knowing her from AEW, and then you get that transition when she can go up. So I think it'd just be a marketing strategy to get her there. I don't think she's not ready, to be on the main roster.
NJ, what do you think?
And whoop some tail. And
honestly, I think she's going to debut at the main roster. I think what's going to happen, Triple H is running it now for the most part. It's his decision. It's not solely Vince's anymore. I know Nick Khan would love to have a Jade Cargill on NXT for these coming months, but there's a void to be filled in the women's division on SmackDown. So why not just start it going? You just lost. I don't think she was a big. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't think she was a big star, but she was a big addition to the SmackDown women's division. That was Lacey Evans. You just lost her. So now bringing Jade on to SmackDown and tease that, get that thing going with her and Bianca. Just go ahead and tease that for as long as you can, and have that big payoff at a WrestleMania. I would just go ahead and do that from the jump, and then after that have her interact with Charlotte, have her interact with Io, have her interact with Bayley or whatever. But I feel like Becky's going to keep that title as long as either Tiffany Stratton takes it back off of her, or you just go ahead and build up Valkyrie, or you build up Blair Davenport and have one of those two ladies beat Becky for it. Because you already got a stacked women's division in NXT. I really don't necessarily think you need Jade Cargill. I think Jade's going straight to the main roster. In particular, I think she's going to debut on SmackDown.
Fair enough.
He gives these long storybook answers and then sums it up, and he's out. I like it. That's a beautiful thing.
Very impressive by NJ Holiday.
Yeah.
I don't know. NJ, maybe you should move over a seat.
Maybe you should.
I'm kidding. But anyway, something else came out this week, and I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the PWI 500 came out this week.
Oh, very, very controversial to say the very least. Let's get into it.
So, of course, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, the longtime wrestling publication, does a listing of the top 500 wrestlers in the world. So now they actually take criteria like wins and losses and championships and who they wrestled and the whole thing, do this big breakdown, and they analyze the top 500 wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for your top 5? I'm going to say top 6 because I got to include this guy. Number 6 was MJF. Number 5, El Hijo del Vikingo.
Who?
From AAA.
Huh.
He's done some stuff on AEW too.
He's been on AEW.
Yeah.
He's on AEW?
Yeah, he's been on
AEW
a lot. And he's mainly on AEW and Ring of Honor.
Okay. Number 5, huh?
Yep. Number 4 is Gunther. And the top 3 are the 3 guys from The Shield. Jon Moxley at 3, Roman Reigns at 2, Seth Rollins at 1. By the way, just so you know, the period covers from start of July to the end of June. So anything that happened from over the summer is not included on these ratings. Okada was 7. Orange Cassidy was 8. That was interesting. Josh Alexander 9. Cody Rhodes 10. And one guy that I was stunned to see how high he was, Hammerstone, was 18th on this list. Did you see anything there that kind of caught your eye on the PWI 500 guys? Anything kind of shake you up there? Go, David. Dude.
What is the criteria for this?
So here's their criteria. I'll run all their criteria down for you.
The amount of matches definitely has to be one of them, because I feel like that's why Seth is over Roman, because he probably had more matches than Roman, obviously.
Well, I think we'll find out here.
So it's win-loss record, championships won, quality of competition, major feuds, prominence within a wrestler's promotion or promotions, and overall wrestling ability. Evaluation period from July 1, 2022 to July 1, 2023. So it stopped at the summer. So Seth Rollins number 1, and Mox got 3rd over MJF.
Yeah.
You seem kind of,
Yeah, I think that list is, what can I say on the air?
Well, not one of the things you said, so.
Oh, you heard that. Huh?
Yeah, I did.
I cut it. I didn't follow I didn't get the
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway,
tell us how you feel, David.
I think that the list is garbage.
Wow.
And that criteria too, they're so hard to gauge, and then you got all these names, and I don't know. I want to see who's behind it, actually compiling this list, and I need more explanation. I can't just look at that list and say, yeah,
because Mox is above MJF, because obviously Mox has wrestled more matches than MJF, therefore having more wins.
Yeah.
Who would you say is number 1? Just off top.
Gunther.
Number 1? Yeah.
Number 1.
Wow. You put Gunther number 1 over everybody.
Because he's wrestled the most. He broke the record for the having the longest Intercontinental title reign, and I'm pretty sure that whole time period you said they judged him, he didn't lose a match. I mean, he went undefeated. He didn't lose a match that whole time period. So why not have a number 1? He went undefeated. And then mostly all of his matches have been 5-star. Some of them maybe 7-star, I don't know, but most of his matches have been 5-star. And that whole time period, you said they're judging criteria and ranking people. He's the only guy that went undefeated out of everybody. So why not number 1?
Who would you say?
Boy, I think Mox is a little high.
Why do you think he's too high?
Well, he didn't. I'm trying to think if he held a championship in that period. Because I don't think. I'm trying to remember if he didn't. Because he didn't.
He had the AEW, right? Punk beat him finally.
So that would have been in the beginning of that period.
He was the heavyweight champ.
So he was the champ for a little while in that time period. But oh man, I don't know. I mean, that's it. Boy, it's hard putting Seth Rollins over Roman Reigns, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the criteria match, like you just said. Seth has wrestled more. And then while Roman takes 2 or 3 months off, Seth is the workhorse. And
they also said feuds and impact on the company you're with.
Because what's crazy is the time period they started ranking these guys. If it had been like 2 or 3 months before, Seth was losing to Cody Rhodes back to back to back for like 2 or 3 months straight off of live events, off of pay-per-views and stuff like that. So when they started judging the ranking, that's when Seth Rollins started winning matches.
Where's CM Punk at on that list?
He was hurt during the whole summer, so he's
during the whole summer. Well,
yeah, so
I didn't.
And then when he came back for that one match and won, he was suspended for the rest. Yeah. He's not even on the list.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't remember seeing his name on the list.
He's
to be honest with you,
he didn't wrestle enough matches. He was hurt, and then he was suspended, quote unquote. But he was hurt. He said, which is why he was going so long for the suspension.
Yeah.
So he's not on it. Oscar's not on it either. Crazy enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rhea Ripley's not on it. Rhea Ripley's not on it either.
Yeah, they didn't put it because they did put a few women on there, but
they didn't put
not many of the prominent ones because they have their own list.
Yeah, because
for the PWI 150. So I mean, this was, and I was trying to reach the guys at PWI to get somebody on the show to talk about it.
Right,
couldn't. But
I would stay away from it too because it's like the list it's inaccurate, but it's going to work itself out if they come out with the top 100 women's list, and then at the top of that list, you got Rhea number 1. You know what I'm saying? It'll make sense then because you don't got Rhea, you don't got Asuka, And those two ladies are, and Bianca Belair's on the list. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, I think that list is baloney.
Yeah,
we can come up with a list. Mark Hoke 100 and break it down. that would be interesting, and we could justify. But I don't know. You talk about wins and losses. Like, who's counting?
That people keep track of that. You ever been on the Internet Wrestling Database?
Nope. I got other things to do.
That site is impressive because as long as people get them the results, they're up there.
They're up there, yeah.
I mean, from decades and decades ago.
They got some Coaching Archive match records from 2018 at these rinky-dink independent shows that I didn't think nobody was paying attention to. And they got our the date, the time, how long the match was, how we lost. And I'm like, sheesh, okay then, I like this.
What's the site?
Internet Wrestling Database. Yeah, it's a pretty fascinating site if you've never been there. I mean, we were talking about the Honky Tonk Man last week. I went back and looked up a bunch of his matches while we were, while he was having his title reign. By the way, one guy I forgot to mention on the list was Bruno Sammartino. He defended the title against Bruno Sammartino a few times during his title reign. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but so the PWI 500 always stirring up controversy. And, this year I think is going to be no exception as we get more and more reaction to this list. And I want to congratulate Andre Chase, number 500. You just made it, buddy.
Chase, and that
he did it.
Is a teachable moment.
So way to go. Way to go. All right. I'll tell you what, this is probably a good spot to pause, take a break. And we come back. We've got a whole lot more coming up as we are going to be getting ready for AEW Grand Slam on Wednesday. That should be a pretty fun afternoon. Of course, the ticket sales have not been good, apparently, but still going to be a very good card. And we've also got, and AEW may be getting a outlet for their programming, a new one. And then we're going to talk to NJ Holiday about what he's got going on, too. Stick around. We'll be right back.
101.5 FM KDAWN. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Hey, let's talk some more pro wrestling, shall we? Here on the Mark Hoke Show, I am the aforementioned one.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Happy birthday, Big Hoke. Go, shawty. It's your birthday.
Wow.
You want to party like it's your birthday. You want to party like it's your birthday. And you know, man, it's your birthday. Let's go, Big Hope. Let's get it.
NJ
Happy
Holiday,
birthday.
everybody.
Yes.
Man, when I do these YouTube clips, we're going to have an album for you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Holidays Greatest Hits.
Little EP.
For them holiday hits, I like it.
There you go. David Difference and NJ Holiday sitting in with us today on the Mark Hoke Show. Guys, AEW Grand Slam's on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. And I like how you, when it's a commercial break, you said they're low on ticket sales. Sounds like they miss a little CM Punk, don't you think?
Yeah. I ain't watching. I ain't watching it.
Wow.
Tony Khan, your boy, out here talking about he feared for his life. Come on, Tony.
Well, I was thinking about this. I mean, you talk about CM Punk, and we talk about CM Punk a lot. But that story, with all the behind the scenes and everything, is probably one of the greatest storylines in wrestling. And like, it's captivating, makes you want to watch, makes you think where he's going to show up next, what he's going to do next, what really happened behind the scenes. That's a storyline. So they should have just ran with it. If you ever seen the 5 Heartbeats, when like the brothers, they're on the stage and they start fighting, and the manager's like, we just got to use it. So then they made that part of their act where they rip off each other's outfits and start doing the song. You got to make it part of the show, man. This is wrestling. That story is why I love wrestling. The whole CM Punk makes me want to watch it and see what's happening. It's hard for them to write a story like that. So,
ain't nobody coming to see you, Tony Khan.
Thank you, Punk.
Everybody throwing Tony Khan under the bus. That's all right. So,
we should be throwing Jack Perry. You're right. You know, it ain't completely Tony Khan's fault. That's why Jack Perry ain't been on TV as of late. Maybe they need him too. So who knows?
He got suspended, so he's getting some time off.
With Anna Jay.
Who? No.
Mark caught it. Mark caught it.
Go.
He ain't stressing too much now.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, with this card coming up, they are struggling to sell some tickets. I'll have to see. Didn't get to look this morning where the count was, but they were doing a 2-for-1 on this, which is stunning after they sold out that 20,000 seat Arthur Ashe Stadium, which is where they have the U.S. Open. But there's a particular match on here that's got me intrigued. Mm-hmm. I'll just run the card down real quick. They've got some matches that are going to be airing on Rampage. Chris Cage, Luchasaurus against Darby Allin and Sting. You got them Mogul Embassy taking on the Elite. The Acclaimed is going to be taking on the Dark Order. So those are going to be on Rampage. That's going to air on Friday. Live on Wednesday, Moxley against Rey Fenix for the AEW International Championship. That should be a fun one. Mm-hmm. Claudio Castagnoli defends the Ring of Honor World Championship against Eddie Kingston, who's putting up his New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. So Eddie Kingston gets the big hometown match against the guy he probably hates in professional wrestling the most. That should be fun. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara. Saraya defends the Women's Championship against Toni Storm. And then we have the World Champ. MJF will be taking on the guy that we didn't think was going to be there when we were talking about this last week, Samoa Joe, as he beat Roderick Strong. And then we had the whole drama scene at the end of that Roddy's neck was hurt and Adam Cole came out and they were, Taven and Bennett were yelling at him, this is your fault and the whole thing. But I got a question on this match. The way Samoa Joe is wrestling, how over he is right now, and how MJF is kind of getting soft with this whole thing with Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. Should Samoa Joe become the AEW World Champion on Wednesday night? David Difference, do you think there should be a title change?
No.
And why is that?
Nah. I'd say that, MJF is the guy. He's still the guy. Like, Samoa Joe, obviously, he's legendary and, everything that he's brought to the business. And, to still be hot in the way he performs and is massive. I love Samoa Joe. I just don't think it's the right time. And I don't think it's the right move because where do you go from there? MJF brings a lot of viewers in. There's always something going on with his storyline, something entertaining with that. And, I think right now, especially with Punk leaving and everything, you got to have that guy at the top of the mountain.
MJ, what do you think?
In the words of a Max Caster, when AEW beat them in the Wednesday night ratings, Samoa Joe was their champion. Samoa Joe was the champion in NXT when AEW beat him in the ratings. So I don't see Joe beating MJF at all. I feel like the storyline that he has with Adam Cole has a lot of meat on the bone left that they're not going to take off for Samoa Joe. I feel like what's going to happen is this is the match that we're getting, and I really miss just being a pure fan on the outside of the business, not on the inside of the business. So me being inside the business, I know off the top of my head, it's like this match is based off of one of those, MJF, who do you want to face next for your title? And MJF, remember that whole Samoa Joe shoving him into the wall at NXT Brooklyn takeover all those years ago when it was Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And now that MJF is the man, he wants to have a big marquee match against one of the guys that doubted him earlier on in his career at a young age when he was 19 as an extra in WWE. So this is one of those matches that Tony Khan's giving MJF a favor, that one of the guys that he wants to work, so that's what he's getting. So, yeah, MJF is going to win this, and then the storyline with him and Adam Cole is going to continue, I want to say all the way, for sure, into Full Gear.
Very interesting. I heard one person suggest that Joe wins this, and then Adam Cole takes the title from him, and then flips it around, and now you've got MJF chasing Adam Cole while they're buddies. But it was just a thought.
With the big bidding war of 2024, as MJF keeps saying is looming, I feel like he's going to stay the man, stay the top guy all the way into the end of the calendar year, and then the renegotiation is going to go from there.
There you go. So, but it should be an interesting evening, and I'm going to be curious to see how many people are going to be in the stands for that event coming up on Wednesday night.
They miss CM Punk, man. It's already showing.
Well, we'll see.
CM Punk, man.
And now AEW, by the way, apparently it's leaking out that they may have something just about set up with HBO Max.
Oh, yeah?
That they could be putting their programming on HBO Max, which, with all this news that just happened with WWE and their merger to create TKO, Boy, that would be a pretty big step up for them to get on HBO Max, guys. Pretty interesting story there.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like, I'm looking for an easy way to watch it because, I mean, if you don't have cable, then it's kind of like a tough thing. All you can watch is the recap. But, yeah, I'd love to see it on HBO Max. And I was hearing that WWE, they're talking about going on Disney. That would be interesting.
Yeah, this is something I heard they've been talking about ever since last year when they went to Kia Forum out there in Cali when MJF shot that big promo on Tony Khan by him being a mark and giving all his money to WWE guys. This has been in the works for the last few years, what I'm hearing. Now that it's getting more traction, becoming a real possibility, it's a big-time, game-changing move for AEW.
Yeah, that would be terrific. And you mentioned that thing about Disney. I did have that story sitting here, so we can get into it real quick.
Yeah.
That the ongoing negotiations between WWE and Fox are apparently not going very well. WWE apparently came with a big number per episode, and Fox is balking at it. And they are possibly talking to Disney and Amazon about taking over SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Now, ABC? Yeah, that would be a decent move. But Amazon?
No.
Putting it on Amazon Prime?
Hell no.
I mean, it would boost Amazon. It would be a strange look. But I think it's very interesting, again, I mean, with Fox, and then you bringing out The Rock, probably having one of the biggest SmackDowns in years, and, like, you're creating this energy. So I think that's even more so leverage, with the merger. That happening, the Fox deal, like you said, WWE asked for too much? Or that's what they were saying?
Yeah, Fox said no way. I think they were looking like 700,000 episode or something like that, some crazy number.
But what's going to happen? They're going to go back to the renegotiating table, and they're going to decide on a lower number, and they're going to re-sign with Fox. Because they can't go anywhere else and get nearly as much money as they're getting from Fox right now.
Yeah, I just can't see them leaving Fox. I mean, that just doesn't. Yeah, you
can't go to ESPN. They just laid off half of their roster. They don't have any money to give.
Yeah, Disney's a mess. I mean, and they're trying to sell ABC. Those rumors are out there. They're trying to drop everything that they can.
They're staying at Fox.
Yeah.
They're staying at Fox.
Yeah, Disney's losing hemorrhaging money right and left. They've just been one of the most mismanaged companies in America. It's been unreal.
All that woke garbage.
Yeah, actually, it's hurt them. Yeah. It's hurt them pretty badly.
And the employee strike they had just not too long ago.
I know that, and just kind of on the same thing, but not really. We had talked about the whole Bud Light fiasco, and like, have you seen their marketing now? As far as like, it is like nonstop. I see that commercial with the guy looking for the damn shirt in the closet. Like, it plays like every video on YouTube, and it's annoying. I don't know what they're trying to do.
They're trying to save their butts, is what they're trying to do.
Do you think that it's working?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Like, I don't get it.
Once you cross that line, here's a problem with WWE is a very unique product, right? Mm-hmm. Bud Light is not a unique product. It's a watered down beer.
Dang.
I can get a watered down beer from a lot of different companies,
right?
And there's not much difference.
Shots fired. Okay, Mark.
Sorry.
Well, it was the number one
Hoke.
beer. I don't know. People like watered down beer, though. But I just think that, now it's like so obvious that they're trying so hard to get the, good time. Good time guys? That don't sound right.
Good time.
The good old. I think you're looking good old boys.
Yeah, maybe the good old
boys.
Good time guys. That was, something different.
Yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I mean, the marketing is very, very interesting. It's a tricky business. Mm-hmm. Man, one slip up and off you go.
Slippery slope.
Yep.
Slippery slope.
Dave, I got a bone to pick with you, by the way.
Please. Pick it, man.
NJ, you were at the Survival of the Fittest, correct?
Yes, I was. I called it live. Big spectacle. Like I said, we had some big career-altering moments.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, it was a huge night. If y'all missed it, y'all check it out. It's on YouTube Live. It should be on Fight TV later on this month. But Survival of the Fittest.
It just aired yesterday.
There you go.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
so wasn't there was a match?
Oh, don't start.
There was a match that happened.
Yeah,
Which
one was it?
It was. I think it was. Was it the Faction taking on a bunch of guys?
A bunch of got Big Fawns.
Yeah.
Hero Lou. Shogun.
Uh-huh.
And
are you saying
C-Money.
The beef.
The beef.
There was
Hero Lou and
there was a beef that we talked about the week before.
Right.
Between the TBD guys.
Yeah.
Hero Lou and Shogun.
Yeah.
And I seem to remember you said everything was going to be fine.
Davey, you said that?
Okay.
I was putting positive vibes out there.
Davey, you
did.
that?
You tried.
I was putting positive. They're my brothers. They're my brothers. I don't want to put negative juju out there.
And
Mark.
I said
Mark
it was
is
done.
almost responsible for this thing being broke up.
I said they're finished. I said it's done tonight.
Mark the fortune teller.
They're still brothers.
Mark the psychic.
No, they're not.
They're still brothers.
No, they're not.
Wait. You gonna be brothers with somebody that knocks your ass out with a brass knuckles in the middle of a ring?
Yeah.
At the one of the biggest shows of the year?
I can tell you, if I walked in the booth right now and knocked Mark out with some brass knuckles, next week we'd be back here buddy again.
Go try it right now. Try it on his birthday. Of all days, try it on his birthday. Go knock him out. Give him his birthday lick. Yeah. Of all days. Let's see if y'all still.
Right.
Oh, God.
I would think so. But, yeah, you called it.
I did call
thought,
that.
in my mind, it was like, all right, dissipated. I didn't even think they was going there with that.
I even had what happened at the end of the match.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. It was ice against the other two.
Don't go too far, Mark.
I was right.
I'm pretty sure Mark has the receipts. Bring up the tapes.
I do.
See, bring up the tapes.
Bring it up.
That's the difference right there.
Mark
has the tapes. He has his receipts.
He don't have the tapes. He's making it up.
Everybody can go on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Last week's episode.
Scroll through everything and find out when.
Well, actually, doing about 23 minutes after we're done, and then you can go see I was right. But a lot of cool stuff happening in FSW. And I'm sorry, Dave. I had to do that.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
I know. It's very rare that you're right.
Wow.
And so I'll give you your flowers. Plus, it's your birthday.
Wow.
So, what was your birthday wish?
I just kept breathing. That's all.
Amen.
There you go. Blessed to be,
Amen.
blessed
Hallelujah.
to be here, man. I was the other day. I was praying like I want to wake up with a blessing, and I woke up and I was like, "That's the blessing."
No, you woke up with an NJ Holiday in your studio. That was your blessing right there. That was it.
Yeah, NJ, but I wanted to give you a shot to talk a little bit about, just first before we go to break, what you're doing with FSW, because everybody here in town knows who you are. Everybody down in Houston knows who you are. But give us a little rundown about NJ Holiday and what you're doing in professional wrestling.
For all the new listeners out there, this is NJ Holiday, your favorite holiday out here. I'm a color commentator with Future Stars of Wrestling here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I work with my boy here, Dave, the difference behind the scenes as well, along with Joe DeFalco and crew. And I do color commentary. I do some podcasts around the Las Vegas area as well, and I'm also known in Houston, Texas, working side by side with the two-time Hall of Famer and Booker T with the Reality of Wrestling. We got a huge show coming up this Saturday. Anybody in the Texas area, I know y'all need to come out, man. This is a big show. We're ushering a new era. The new show is called The Next Chapter, Reality of Wrestling. We're bringing in a lot of the guys that my mentor, Booker T, he's also a color commentator, and he's bringing in some of the guys that he calls matches for over there at the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. We got NXT's XM, and we got NXT's Charlie Dempsey.
Nice.
Dempsey coming through William Regal's real-life son. He's coming through to Reality of Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be the main event. Nice. You also have the return of your new two-time Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Culture Inc., ran by Nick, Eli, Malik. We're making our return to 93,000. Emmett F. Lowry, Booker T World Gym Arena, a new one that we're doing at a new venue. And
who's the lady?
Who's the lady
on the squad?
Oh, Kaya, the Georgia Peach, Kaya Dream.
Okay.
She is our female member of the group. She is known in Orlando and Atlanta. She comes to Houston with the group from time to time. But yeah, this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, Reality Wrestling, the Next Chapter, new venue, new chapter, new stars, new stories, new everything. So y'all, if y'all can come check it out, y'all can stream it live on YouTube, Reality Wrestling page. Check us out. But yeah, we got it going on. Reality Wrestling Next Chapter, September 23rd. It's Saturday, 7:00 p.m. Check it out.
Say that again. When is it? What is it?
September 23rd, Reality of Wrestling, the Next Chapter. Booker T, Culture Inc., NXT, XM, NXT's Charlie Dempsey. Let's get it.
Is that pay-per-view?
It's gonna be live on YouTube, it's pay-per-view-ish on YouTube if you're subscribed.
Okay.
You got a monthly subscription. You're watching this event for free. A lot of people don't have access to. Just like this past one we just did as Summer of Champions in July, we had the debut of Umaga's son, Zella Fatu. And then everybody that was subscribed to the Reality Wrestling YouTube page was able to see that before anybody else did on Twitter, et cetera, or if you were there live. So that was some first exclusive access that a lot of the subscribers were able to get that other people were not able to see. So that's the same thing this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Booker T's Reality Wrestling, the next chapter, new venue, new stars, new cast, new production. Stay woke. We got some production coming from WWE. So keep that in mind. Check us out.
Yeah, it's going to be a great card. And, we had Reality Wrestling up here, what was that, about a year and a half ago? Book brought a bunch of the guys up, and what an impressive group of talent.
The one night in Vegas show at MGM.
Man.
Yeah, Book came out here, brought the whole cast.
Boogeyman.
Yeah, we had some Vegas people get involved too.
Brett.
Yeah, Brett got involved.
Yeah, Brett got clobbered.
He got clobbered, yeah.
He got boogeyman.
We had somebody else. Yeah, Brett got clobbered by Boogeyman, yeah.
Yeah, Danny Limelight was on that card. And,
Danny Limelight, yes, he was.
But I got to see Mysterious Q and Brian Keith. I mean, and by the way, they both got pretty high rankings in the PWI 500.
Yes, they did. I think Brian Keith is, I want to say, top 110.
Yeah, somewhere
top
around
120, there. And then Mysterious Q is top 310. So yeah, for it to be the top 500 in the world, you already eclipsed the top 310, and both of y'all in there. These are the two biggest pillars of Texas wrestling. Mysterious Q and the bounty hunter Brian Keith, who y'all just saw, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that most of y'all saw him make his AEW debut, and he went up against one of the biggest faces, the biggest stars of AEW, and the Cowboy, Hangman Adam Page. Brian Keith, you got to check it out if you haven't.
And he wrestled great.
Yes,
by the way,
did.
There was a hashtag trending saying sign Brian Keith.
Yes, it was.
I mean, he is something else. I mean, those guys. I was so impressed with him and Q and some of the guys, but those two especially just stood out. So if you got a chance to watch this card of Reality Wrestling, pay for it. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. What are you doing, David Difference?
Some more black excellence on your screen.
There you go, man.
There we go.
Can't get enough.
That's the system.
You used to have a crush on her, huh?
Yeah, sure did. Sure did.
Wasn't that the weirdest thing?
Yeah, not too weird. Not too weird in my household.
It was weird in my house. Well, maybe. Yeah. My mom's white, so it was.
That explains it. That would make it weird.
To you, he was like, "That's us.
Yeah,
that's our people.
That's honestly WrestleMania and all, side by side with Dusty Rhodes.
I love some Sapphire, man. If you really think about it, did it make sense?
No, we're going to break, guys. Stick around. We got more on the Mark Hoke Show. Right, come back.
101.5 FM KDAWN. You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And final segment of the Mark Hoke Show coming up here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. The best in pro wrestling news and entertainment planet-wide and beyond.
I agree, man. I want to give a quick shout-out to everybody that's tuning in, tapping in, sending me text messages, listening, don't even like wrestling. And they tapping in because they like the chemistry and what we're doing over here at the Mark Hoke Show on 101.5 FM on your dial.
Yeah, we've been getting some really nice comments on Facebook, too, by the way, or YouTube.
I saw that in one the other day, it was saying, like, keep doing what you're doing. Y'all going to go to the next millennium.
Yeah.
Is it a millennium? Where will we go? Atmosphere? Come on, you're the scientist.
Millennium. I don't know if that'll work. That's kind of a long way off.
Way off. You got to be immortal for that, baby.
Yeah, that's like 900 and plus years there.
The
that's
fountain of youth for real.
Stratosphere.
There you go, Stratosphere. I like that.
Yeah, we'll go to the Stratosphere. It's all good.
Right down the street from Chica's. We got to get there. It's your birthday. I don't know why we're not in Chica's today. We should have live streamed this from Chica's Bonitas.
Well, get the sponsorship, Dave.
All right, I'll go.
Get the sponsorship.
I'll go do some research first.
You do that. Yeah, do some research.
Do some research. Sounds like you've done your research already, sir.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
David Difference, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And NJ Holiday sitting in with us as well. By the way, some real fast breaking news.
Just now?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. This is right here on the Mark Hoke Show. Breaking news.
Just coming over. Apparently, WWE is going to be doing a show in Australia.
Oh, good.
Coming up here. Stadium show. So, we had talked about how WWE may be exploring doing more international shows. Well, they're looking to go to Western Australia. Apparently, they're going to be announcing soon a show at the Optus Stadium in Perth. So off to Western Australia. That's kind of a new one for them.
Good eye, Mike. Maybe they'll incorporate the kangaroo kick in there.
There you go. Kangaroo kicks are effective.
Cool.
Bro,
yeah,
can you believe? But did you see the crowd response when he finally executed that kangaroo
garbage?
Kick?
Awesome.
They went
garbage.
They went crazy,
Garbage.
bro. I love pro wrestling. Something as small as a double clothesline is just that over. Like it's just it's crazy.
I think they should do a double clothesline kangaroo kick.
Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah,
and a 6-man tag. Yeah,
work it out.
Yeah,
that'll take a little practice, but I think they can pull it off.
Tony, get it done.
There you go. Practice that, MJF. Also, apparently, they're coming up with some plans for John Cena, too. I guess they think this writer's strike is going to be continuing for a while because they're starting to book him through November. They're going to have him at Crown Jewel, apparently. They're starting to advertise him for that.
They just had him recently go to India for their Superstar Spectacle live event.
Yeah.
They just had him go out there for that. Now they're banking on having him for the Australia event. So that way they can put some more butts in the seat because anybody trying to go out there in no empty arena.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
strike while the iron's hot.
They've got that, and apparently they're making plans for Cena, maybe possibly for Royal Rumble too. Yeah. So pretty interesting. John Cena is going to be hanging around for a while.
So is The Rock.
And The Rock.
Yeah, I want to see how that unfolds.
Maybe have number 3.
Yeah. John Cena versus The Rock?
No, please no. There's other stuff we can do.
There is, but I'd watch that.
I would watch it too.
Who wouldn't watch it? But come on.
It's more talent to put over and have them work with.
Yeah, we don't need to see that again.
Yeah, especially with them as older as they are now.
Just give us Rock versus Reigns. We'll all be happy. And make that match go. Like if that think if it's just like a bad match, that would be horrible.
Because I know The Rock ain't trying to get hurt again. Because the last time he got hurt, he's in the ring with who? John Cena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got busted up pretty bad.
Yeah,
that messed up his movie schedule.
He sure did. I know he ain't trying to get that same thing to happen again. So.
Well, because John Cena kicked his ass. So.
Sure did.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, you're a John Cena guy.
I was actually rooting for John Cena in that second match.
What?
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't know where you're.
I didn't like some of the stuff The Rock was saying. I thought he was being a jerk.
Well, come on.
And some of the promos. I mean, because a lot of that stuff was hitting home. They didn't like each other.
No, the Dr. Thugonomics was shooting on The Rock, exposing him for writing his promos on his wrist.
That was unbelievable.
And all this other stuff. Like, yeah. So I wouldn't have liked that guy either.
But you did see that Cena was like he was totally out of line and didn't understand because like all the stuff that he was talking about The Rock not doing or going away, this and that, he's like, I didn't understand. Now I'm in acting and I understand the schedule, the restraint, the time commitment. So he was like, yeah, I had no clue what I was talking about.
No, you're right.
But he did the same thing to Roman Reigns, too. He called him out on his promo as well. He be calling guys out on their BS.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way you get better.
Cena's a savage. Don't get me wrong. I like Cena. But, I mean, obviously The Rock is the guy.
I figured you hated anybody that's nice. That's just kind of your thing. You like the bad guys. We all know this, David.
Yeah, I'm a heel guy.
You're a heel guy.
So who's your favorite heel in the business right now, Dave?
Yeah, real quick. We got a couple seconds. I'm going to give NJ a chance to plug.
Gobbledygooker.
The gobbledygooker. Anyway, NJ, so if anybody wants to follow you on social media, get in touch with you, check out what you got coming up. Give them the rundown, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite holiday, NJ Holiday. You can find me on all social media platforms. On Facebook, NJ Holiday. You can find me on Instagram at Nick J Holiday, all together, no spaces. And then also on Twitter, you can find me at Nick J Holiday, at Wear Your Edge Up on Twitter. And then, ladies and gentlemen, just keep it locked. This Saturday, I'm back in Houston, Texas with my big mentor, the two-time Hall of Famer, Booker T, as we present you Realities of Wrestling, the next chapter. We're at a brand new venue, 93,000 MF Lowry, Texas City, Texas. And we got NXT's Exum, we got NXT's Charlie Dempsey, and we got your boys, Culture Inc., 2-time Reality Wrestling champions. We got Fly Def, we got Edge Stone, we got Matty Ice, we got The Heat. We got so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all keep it locked this Saturday. Reality of Wrestling, the next chapter.
There you go. NJ Holiday, everybody. Thanks for being on the show, buddy. Do appreciate it.
Appreciate you, birthday boy. Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Yeah, thanks. David Difference, I'm Mark Hoke.
Yes, sir, that's the difference.
Guys, we will see you next week on the Mark Hoke Show. We certainly appreciate you listening here on KDAWN 101.5 FM. Just look us up, Mark Hoke Show. We're everywhere. We'll see you next time.
Want more of the Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show. Like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show, and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.